guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. We are here for another one of our mass making sessions, and today I thought we could make these cute little kind of double envelopes, and I hope that I can remember how to do this because I made this one several weeks ago, just as a kind of little prototype, I guess. So what it is basically two little envelopes just like attached under the one flap, if that makes sense. So you've got kind of your front, your front envelope. That just, I can't even close it. So this is not a good start for the video, is it? You've got your first envelope there, and then obviously you open it, you know, the second layer, and then you've just got your second envelope here. So I'm going to have a bash at remembering how I made these, but I thought they were just super cute. They, you know, lay really flat and everything, but you've got obviously then a lot of room inside them. So what I've got here is obviously a bunch of different papers, and we will just get started and you know, try and make them. Now I would probably recommend using something either that's double-sided or that is coffee dyed or something on the back, just because otherwise, oops, when you see the inside of your envelope, it's just going to be, you know, pretty boring. So yeah, if you've got double-sided, either scrapbook paper double-sided, or, you know, printables or something like that, or coffee dyed paper would be absolutely brilliant too. So I'm just going to adjust my camera slightly. Okay, right, so I'm going to start with this sheet here. Now obviously mine are just printed on A4. A4 is very similar to the American, I think yours is like 11 by 8.5. Ours is 11.69 or something by 8.25. So very, very similar. So I'm just going to take this, and then all I'm going to do, I just need to think to work out which way up is the right way up. Okay, because I probably want my, you know, my text and things going the right way up. So I'm just going to kind of fold my piece of paper like that. And I've got my lovely new bone folder, so I can just squish that down like that. And then you're going to fold your flap. Now obviously, because this is an envelope, you're going to want a little bit of gap so that you can get things in and out nice and easily. So, you know, just anywhere you like really, but just so you're leaving a bit of a flap to make it a bit easier to get your items in and out. So you're just going to then squish that down like that. And then what you want to do is make your pieces the same size, because they're going to kind of slot in to one another. So up to you really how you do this. Obviously I don't like measuring, so I'm not going to measure, which I may, you know, come to wish that I had. But for me, I'm going to find, I think the easiest way is now to bend my piece in half, maybe even this way, like that, she says, and then just squish that down like that. Okie dokie. And then I'm going to just cut them down on my folded edge. So like that. And obviously, you know, it doesn't matter whether you cut them right next to the edge or make them a bit bigger, you know, completely and utterly up to you. But so what you should have now is two pretty much identical size, excuse me, I just had to sneeze there. Oh, right. So what you're going to have now is two kind of pretty much identical size little envelopes. And then all you want to do is obviously decide which you know, want to have at the front. So I think I'm going to have it like that. And then all you're going to do is, as I've just done there, take the bottom one, open the flap, and put the top one in, if you see what I mean, like that. And then the attachment, i.e., you know, where they're joined together, is just literally along the flap here. So all you're going to do is take your glue, and you're just going to glue, I'm just going to wipe my glue nozzle. You're just going to glue straight along there, like that. And you're just going to then fold that down, pushing them kind of in together as much as you can. Like that. And this is where you might want to have your glue spreader. I mean, they're absolutely dead easy, to be honest. You know, they're not anything complicated or anything like that. A little bit fiddly to make sure that you get them lined up the right size. But what you've then got is obviously your kind of double flap. And see here where I've got the, can you see the like overhang of the other paper? I will trim that down so it then looks nice and tidy. But if you've got any overhang at the side, you know, where your envelopes haven't lined up, I mean, mine actually, you know, by fluke have lined up pretty well. But if, you know, if by any chance you've got sort of wonky edges or anything, you could just go down now and trim them. Because of course we haven't glued our, you know, our envelopes, we haven't glued them up or anything yet. So that's those. And again, just really making sure that's nicely glued down. Okie dokie. And oops, trying to keep my table a little bit clear today. So then all you're going to do is then take your bottom envelope, and again you can stitch here or you can glue. I'm going to glue. I might take some over to the sewing machine in a little while, but I'll start with gluing because again I know not everybody has a sewing machine or, you know, feels comfortable using a sewing machine. So that's your bottom one, and then your top one you're just going to bring down exactly the same, just gluing your flaps down like that. Okie dokie. Like that. Okay, and that's all there is to those. So I mean, they literally couldn't be any easier, which of course that's just how I love my crafting, is just nice and easy. And then all I'm going to do is just trim across here where I've just got that overhang of the like bottom flap just coming out there. Now my first one that I made, I have to say, was that sort of slightly thicker than copy paper. This one is actually on cardstock, which I think is 160 GSM. So, you know, you can play around and find the size, or sorry, the card, you know, the card thickness or paper thickness that you like best. But I think kind of either work, you know, reasonably well. You might have, you know, a fancy sort of decorative edge trimmer. You could do that. I mean, you're just kind of finishing this off, making it look pretty, really. And then, of course, you can do some sort of nice closure, or, you know, you could wrap it with string, however you like, really. So that's the foundation piece that we're going to be making. And, you know, I'm just going to make a bunch and then we'll just decorate one up towards the end. So just going to bring in another paper. So these are my freebie papers that I did last Christmas. So they're available on my website. Sorry, this one was the Slipper and the Rose background papers from my shop. So again, I've just backed this onto like a, you know, faux, well, I mean, it's a copy of a coffee dye page. But this is printed on ivory, again, 160 GSM ivory cardstock. So this has got a much more sort of, well, actually it's come out quite a grey looking colour, but that's because it's printed on the ivory. So again, just take your pieces up to, you know, where you want them roughly. Like that. Again, just squish them down with my bone folder. Okay, and then obviously turn it over, do your flap. Again, just kind of leaving the, you know, reasonable distance to be able to get things in and out nice and easily. Again, just then squish it down with the bone folder. Oops, if I haven't mucked up that fold too much. Okay. And this is why obviously people use a scoreboard. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I would use a scoreboard even if I had one. But yeah, I can see why people do. And there are times when I'm sure it would be beneficial. And then just, I like to just do this method to fold them in half to get them sort of roughly the same size. But again, you know, whatever suits you. If you are more comfortable doing the measuring, you know, the measuring method, then, you know, by all means do that. We must all just kind of do the things that, you know, suit our styles best. I know I've said this before, but the measuring thing, I mean, it's really not a you know, mathematical problem. It's just an accuracy problem. If I measure things, the odds are I'm going to then literally, when I come to cut them, be like, say, 1 millimetre out or something. And then, of course, my things aren't going to line up. So I just find it actually more accurate to, you know, just kind of hold things together and fold them against each other and things like that. But, I mean, that's just my preference. So that's those. Again, I'm just going to glue those flaps in together. I just think these are, you know, really quite nice, aren't they? And, you know, again, they're another thing that can be used as either, you know, a pocket or just a little sort of insert paper clipped in or, you know, held in on a page. They, you know, they can really work sort of either way. So I like things that can be a bit more versatile. So I think these are one of those things. And I mean, this one, as you can probably see, it's actually gone right up. So I don't need to even trim it off on the edge. So, you know, that, I don't know, maybe where I don't know, squashed it down better with the bone folder. I'm not really too sure. Or it might just be the thickness of the paper. So you might even find that you don't need to actually trim off any excess from your flap even, you know, it will just, yeah, depend really. So again, just kind of looking at the side, I have got like a little overhang there. So I'm just going to kind of trim that up. So they're, you know, much more identical in size. And then I think that side's okay. That's it. And then again, just open it up and just glue down my, you know, my body of my envelope. Not really a body, I guess it's the pouch, the envelope pouch, the envelope pocket, or the actual envelope rather than the flap of the envelope. Perhaps that's a better way to put it. Okay. That's that one. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit neater today, trying not to cover everything in glue. I just got so gluey on everything I did to do with Christmas that, yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit better now in not getting quite so messy. I've worn this jumper with these fancy sleeves and I'm now kind of regretting that as well, because obviously being ivory coloured as well, I'm just waiting for it to get covered in like vintage photo ink, and that would just look like it's just really grubby on the sleeves. So kind of wishing that I hadn't worn this while I'm doing videos, to be honest, but never mind, I might have to roll my sleeves up in a moment just to make sure they're out of the way. So that's our second one. Really cute, aren't they? So that's it. I'll pop them to one side. So I've got a couple here of just you know, copy paper type paper. This was while I was making my French blue kit, and so, you know, they're not the finished papers, if you see what I mean, but they're taken from when I was playing around making the French blue kit, and yeah, it evolved hugely from here. It doesn't really resemble this at all now, but so again, these are on like just slightly thicker than copy paper. It's like 100 GSM rather than 80, which is kind of the normal, you know, the normal thickness really. And then I'm just going to trim this down across here. Just because obviously the printer, you know, well, I probably didn't even set it to borderless, to be fair, when I was doing these. And then again, just take my flap over and just then fold it down like that. Okie dokie. And the good thing is, obviously, by doubling these over as well, you're actually reinforcing the, you know, the paper where it's kind of needing reinforcing as well. So kind of, they work out quite handy. So again, just fold that down. Just going to again squish the whole lot with my bone folder. And then I'm just going to trim them up. Now this one, because I've got that border, I don't really want that showing at the edge there. So I'm going to, while they're together, before I cut the fold, I'm going to just cut them down here, so as I get rid of that border, but also keep them then, you know, the same size. And then I'll just trim this one down here as well. Oops. Like that. Okay. So hopefully I've got rid of that border. Yeah. Okay, so the border's gone. So I just want to decide which one do I want on the front. I think I want it like that. Yeah. So again, just kind of tuck them in and then just get my flap and just glue them together. Okay, so I probably don't really need to kind of, talk you through the process anymore, because of course they're not very complicated. They're dead easy. So yeah, we can just now relax and have a nice time, have a bit of a chat, and yeah, just enjoy a bit of crafting. So again, I mean, I'm just going to trim it up slightly because where I've now glued it, it's kind of gone just slightly off. That's fine. I can just go down the side like that. Okay, and that side I think looks okay, although it might not be very straight. There we go. So sorry, they're drilling outside, so we have more noise, I'm afraid. Right, there we go. And then again, just obviously glue my little envelope like that. Okay, so I hope everyone's having a good day or a good week. I know I always say this, but it's Monday here. I just try and film these on the Monday before uploading them obviously on the Tuesday. So obviously it's only very early. Well, not very early as in time wise. It's about 10:15, I suppose. But it's only very early in the week, so nothing to report on my week yet. But I hope that everybody else is having a good week so far. There we go. And of course, it's finally the 1st of December. I mean, not for me filming, but for you guys watching. Finally the 1st of December. So hopefully the Christmas kind of festivities and Christmas spirit's going to kind of kick in now that we're actually into December. There we go. Okie dokie. Yeah, so that was my French blue papers. Then I have these ones, which again, these are from my Paris in Bloom. So again, I'm just going to trim them down, I think here. No, here first to get that where it's not really borderless. Take that off. And again, these are just kind of the ones while I was trying to make the kits, really. So they're just kind of offcuts and, you know, things like that. So, but it's really great to be able to use them up. There we go. Okay. So, thank you so much to everybody who entered the giveaway, which obviously I drew on Saturday. So, super exciting. I was so thrilled that the lovely Mary, that she won. She won one of the prizes, because Mary, for those who don't know, she's the lovely lady who, she bought me my lovely drawers, and oh yeah, just was so thrilled, because there were actually, I think it was 800 and something entries, and of course you use that random comment picker. So I couldn't believe it when Mary's name came up. It was just awesome. So thank you so much to everyone who entered, and you know, I would have been thrilled obviously whoever won, but I just thought that was so deserving and just so nice. There we go. And for those people who didn't see my trailer, you know, which hopefully is going to go out later today, at this point it's not gone out yet, but my trailer for my Advent Calendar series. So this is the series that I have been talking about, or, you know, the thing that I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks that I've been trying to prepare for. So yeah, kind of as I'd said, I think last week, oh, I'm slightly embarrassed because honestly, it's probably nothing very exciting, because a couple of people then said, oh, I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got planned. So it's probably really anticlimactic now. But yeah, what I'm hoping to do, for those of you who didn't see the trailer, is just put something into my Etsy shop every single day throughout December. I'm just deciding which way up I want this envelope. Throughout December. And that's probably the postman. Again, probably delivering my ink cartridges. That's fine, my husband's downstairs. He'll be able to let the postman in. Well, not let him in. He doesn't come in. He doesn't come in. He merely posts. But yeah, he can't get the cartridges through the letterbox. So they're just fractionally too big. That box is just fractionally too big. Yeah, so I'm putting things into my Etsy shop every day between now and Christmas. I did say in the trailer, but I've still got 4 days left to make things for. So wish me luck. I hope that I hope I don't let you all down, having said that I was going to do that. Yeah, hopefully it's all going to be good. And I just thought that would be really fun, because obviously a lot of times, you know, I get messages from people saying, oh, you know, I missed out. Now on this one, I'm just going to fold this over just slightly. A, because I didn't have that much of a gap for tucking things, but B, that obviously then is going to just strengthen that edge of the paper as well. So just going to do that, I think, on both of them. Oops, just touched now the end of the glue, so much for not getting so messy today. Put my finger straight in the glue. There we go. Yeah, so anyway, and there's going to be a whole, you know, variety of different things going into my shop. So hopefully there would be kind of like some, you know, some cheaper things, or, you know, less expensive things, and obviously some kind of full-blown journals. So there should be a good variety. And obviously, depending on how long the video is, I may upload more than one video in a day, if you see what I mean. Because, I mean, some of the things are smaller things, like maybe a tag bag, and so the video itself is only maybe like 4 minutes long. You know, so obviously on those days, I will try and upload a video as well. But obviously on days where the, say, flip through is longer, I probably won't upload a second video. So, but obviously on the mass make days and the Tidy Friday, obviously I will still be uploading those, you know, regardless of the length of the video. There we go. And I did also say in the trailer, but for anyone who didn't see it, any items that are being listed, they will be going into my Etsy shop at 2 p.m. GMT. Which, when I Googled kind of, you know, what's the time when most countries around the world are, you know, awake, that was the suggested time. It turned out it was 2 p.m. GMT, which is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, fingers crossed, that's when kind of the majority of people obviously would be, you know, certainly awake. I don't know whether they'd be online necessarily, but, you know, certainly awake. So that's the plan. Okie dokie. Right, got this one here. So this is my Covent Garden kit. So again, I think I'm going to have it, yeah, I think like that. So again, just fold that over like that. Okie dokie. And then just cut that slither down. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow night, the 1st of December, so i.e. tonight for you guys watching, tonight will be the night we put up the Christmas tree, We always do it on the 1st of December every year. That's our putting the tree up night is the 1st of December. So that's the day we will be putting the tree up. So hopefully feeling a bit more festive once the tree goes up. I know I've said it before, I just can't believe that we're actually at December already. It's kind of like, well, just been the most bizarre year. So thinking that we're now at the 1st of December is just kind of crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oops. So sorry for all the banging around. Okay, again, just trim that down. There we go. So what am I watching? I'm still watching The Crown. I'm up to series 4 now, which is the latest series, you know, so wow, I've flown through that. It's quite strange because I've gone from actually kind of, you know, thinking that, you know, a lot of the, I don't know, the political situations and, well, not really political situations, because the point is, I guess, you know, the royal family have to just stay neutral with everything. But, you know, their obligations and things, you know, having a little bit of kind of sympathy for them and thinking they must be in difficult situations to, by series 4, I'm not sure that they're coming across very well at all. I've got to be honest. So, yeah, I shouldn't really be mean, you know, but yeah, they're not coming across like very nice people in a lot of these scenes. And I mean, of course, you know, it is just a drama, isn't it? So but you know, I'm sure there must be some elements of truth and some elements of kind of research has taken place to make the program. So I'm just going to trim that piece there. Yeah, they're just not coming across all that great, in, you know, my opinion. Obviously we all have our own take on it, don't we? But yeah, but you know, I mean, I guess it is what it is. And I mean, they're just so detached from kind of the real world, I guess, that it's probably quite hard for us to relate to, or you know, me anyway. Don't want to make a sweeping statement there, but yeah, quite hard to relate to their lifestyle, I guess. But just going to move this slightly more because I'm still not sure I'm that much in frame. But yeah, anyway, but still enjoying it. So, but for different reasons. The first season I absolutely loved because it was kind of I don't know, more about the people, I guess, whereas a lot of the episodes have been kind of more political type things and things like that. So I think I did say last week that Gillian Anderson, you know, the lady from the X-Files, she is in it playing Margaret Thatcher. Did I talk about this already? I can't remember whether I did, to be honest. But yeah, I apologise if I'm repeating myself. Her performance is amazing. Absolutely amazing. She's so good. So it's worth watching just for her portrayal of Margaret Thatcher, actually. She's just playing her so brilliantly. She's got the voice down to a T. And yeah, really, really good. So that's what we've been watching still watching. I can't remember whether we were up to episode 5 maybe on season 4. So I don't know how many episodes that there are in season 4, but we can't be that far off of it finishing, really. But yeah, it's been really nice to have something to watch, to be honest, every single day without kind of flicking through the channels thinking, oh, what should we watch? Now, I've also got some sheet music here. Oh, some that I actually made a horrible mess of, can you see? With my ink pads. And I thought we could do a couple with this. Now, I'm just trying to work out, if I have it in half, are these going to be the most pathetic small envelopes on the planet? They are going to be quite small, aren't they? I don't really want it to the side, do I? Oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad. I thought that was going to look horrendous, but actually, Oh, I'm going to go for it like that. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. And actually, I might have this as the flap side. Yeah. So I'm just going to just trim this down here, so because it's got that kind of curly-ish edge where it's been torn out. Yes, that's what we've been watching, and that's what we watch kind of when we're, you know, going to bed more. So we watch that upstairs when we're going to bed. But downstairs this week, or, you know, last week, we watched The Queen's Gambit. Now, it's a Netflix series. It's, for anyone who hasn't seen it or even heard of it, the plot line is just bizarre. It's about this child kind of prodigy in the world of chess. I'm going to just fold this over and glue this down because it's quite flimsy. Actually, I'm going to cut it in half first. This child prodigy in the world of chess, and you know, we all kind of said the most bizarre thing is, I mean, as a concept, you know, whoever came up with the concept of that for a program, because, you know, what a bizarre program, or, you know, idea for a program or a series. But the other thing is, it really was good, and it really was gripping, which, you know, how weird, because who would have thought that any program that's the theme would be kind of exciting, but it actually really was quite good. So yeah, that's what we've been watching downstairs kind of as a family. And unfortunately, there were literally, it's just one season, and it's just, I think it was seven episodes, something like that. So we've watched the whole lot already. And actually, we were all quite gutted when it ended, because it was really, really good. So yeah, just very, very weird that we, you know, that we really enjoyed it. But again, I can't remember the name of the actress who plays the girl in it, but my gosh, she's so watchable. She's got this really distinctive look to her, and very, very striking. It was really good. Yeah, we really, really enjoyed it. You know what I've done? I didn't fold the flaps down. So now I'll come unstuck, won't I? So I'm going to have to just put these together and kind of fold those flaps down here. Actually, because I folded that flap in, so just to make this a bit stronger, just going to kind of come down a bit lower with the flaps there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was just too busy talking. I wasn't really concentrating on what I was doing at all. It's just chat, chat, chat. So yeah, no concentration whatsoever going on there. Yeah, anyway, really, really good. So if you're kind of like looking for something to watch that's, you know, a bit different, that's a really good one. Surprisingly good, you know, surprisingly good, because like I say, who'd have thought, you know, that as a topic for a program that would be good. But yeah, really enjoyed it. We all really enjoyed it. I mean, not my daughter, obviously. Well, I mean, she was in and out of the room, to be fair, because yes, she didn't really like going to bed, so she was kind of up and down, but you know, there were one or two bits that probably weren't really suitable for her, but she wasn't really in the room for those bits. But I mean, on the whole, it was, you know, mainly playing chess, so quite harmless really. But yeah, really good program. Like, I know it sounds very strange to even say it, and you know, for anyone who's not seen it, you probably think, wow, how interesting could that have possibly been? But honestly, it was really good. I think helped because the actress playing the part, she was so watchable, you know, that you just, yeah, it was lovely watching her, really. She was the actress, because I looked her up, you know, because she looked quite familiar and I couldn't place her. But she's the one from the film of Jane Austen, the most recent adaptation of that. So, yeah, that's where I kind of recognised her from. But she looks quite different, although she has got these very distinctive eyes. So that's obviously why she looked really quite familiar. But yeah, definitely would recommend watching that. It's really good. Okay. And then at the weekend, what did we do at the weekend? We, Saturday, we just, you know, did our food shopping and things. Yep, we're still doing the individual shop. Although it kind of seems to be blurring over now and merging in a little bit, you know, because everyone's then like, oh, why did you buy that? Or, you know, did you get this? And it's like, well, I thought the idea was that we were all buying what we wanted to buy. Anyway, so I'm not sure how much longer that will last. But it's been a bit of a novelty, I guess, for the lockdown. So, you know, it's served its purpose. And then, yeah, so that was Saturday. That was pretty much all we did, really. And then yesterday we went for a lovely walk, just on the beach. Really nice. So, yeah. And again, we just kind of met my parents down there and just had a sort of flask, actually, you know, sat on the beach, social distancing. But sat on the beach with them because, well, it was freezing. I was about to say it was quite a nice day. It was a nice day, but it was freezing. But strangely enough, it was freezing doing the walk. And then when we got back to the car, we were kind of around the other side of the beach and actually sat on that bit of beach. It wasn't half so cold. So, yeah, it was not too bad. I mean, you know, obviously when you think we are now, you know, December, so it's entitled to be cold, isn't it, really? Right, so this is my Newton Manor papers, so I'm just going to make a couple from those. And again, I've just printed these double-sided so that then they're, you know, attractive-ish when you open them as well, rather than just on the, you know, on the outside. Yeah, so that's kind of all we did really at the weekend. My daughter, I think I said before, she's been, well, we've been trying to get her onto a bit more healthy eating because she just loves sweets. I mean, like most children, you know, love sweets, but obviously kind of during the lockdown and things, you know, I don't know, it just kind of, I guess, got a little bit crazy because, you know, they're at home all the time and, you know, then she's bored and she's in and out the larder cupboard and, you know, all of those things. So we stopped buying all of the junk food and that's been going a lot better. So now she's only allowed sweets on a Saturday. We don't have them in the house. It's not like they're there and she's just not allowed them. We haven't been having any in the house at all. So, yeah, she just has them on Saturday. Well, on Saturday, she decided she wanted a toy instead. Only one of those little squishies, you know, like a little stress ball-y thing. She wanted one of those. They're quite popular with kids at the moment. So she had one and then she's kind of broken it. And, like, because they're just made of, like, rubbery stuff on the outside. So in the end, like, the inside, you know, kind of perished. So she wanted one of those. So I said, oh, okay. Anyway, when we went to the shop to get them, the queue was absolutely huge. Like, really, really, really huge. Because we were just going to go to a shop called The Range, which we have here, which, you know, that's where I get my glue and things. Anyway, the queue was so big, it was going, like, right round the car park. Well, our particular, you know, shop of The Range, it's also in the same car park as Sainsbury's. So I said, well, we'll just go and have a look in Sainsbury's for, you know, 10 minutes and see if the queue's gone down at all for The Range. Well, when we went into Sainsbury's, I then just quickly looked at the children's clothes and they had a onesie, which she's been wanting a onesie for ages. She did have one previously and then obviously grew out of it. And then weirdly enough, they obviously weren't really so popular because I didn't really see any last year. But anyway, she'd been wanting one. So I said, well, it's your choice. You can have a onesie or you can have a toy. I mean, I have to say this has escalated because we've gone from like a sort of 80p packet of sweets to a £1.99 toy to suddenly a £15 onesie. So, you know, how it kind of escalated like that is beyond me. But anyway, so she deliberated for ages. I said, well, we'll just carry it around, you know, for the 10 minutes we're in the shop and you can just have a think about it. So she had a thought and she decided to have the onesie. So yeah, that's what she got on Saturday instead of sweets. I have to say it would have been cheaper to just be getting the sweets, but anyway, she really liked it because obviously it's nice and cozy. And yeah, so she's been wearing that all weekend. She wanted to go out for the walk in the onesie as well. And I said, well, you can, but you have to wear your clothes underneath it because, you know, you're not going to be warm enough just in a onesie. And she didn't want to wear her coat because she felt she'd be too bunged up, you know, with everything. So she started putting the onesie on over the top of her dress. And then she said, oh, you know, I'm not going to wear it because she was going to be too uncomfortable. So, yeah. But anyway, she does really like it. She's really pleased with it. I have to say, I did think, oh, shame really that Santa couldn't have just bought that for her, but anyway. Right, and it's a lovely unicorn one. So yeah, of course everything has to be unicorn, doesn't it? Now, I'm just having a look at the time because I keep doing mammoth videos, like really, really long ones. So I'm just going to stop and have a look because obviously I've stopped the video a few times. Okay, I think we're just over 40 minutes. So yeah, that's kind of pretty okay. So let's just see how many we made. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sevens, that's pretty good. They're really nice, aren't they? And I'm just going to decorate one up. Now, which one shall I decorate? Oh, I can't decide now. I quite like all of them. I don't know. Kind of a bit drawn to the blue, I have to say. Feeling a bit of a blue thing going on. So I think I'll do the blue one. So again, I'm just having a look and seeing what I've got laying about on the desk. But oh, that's quite pretty lace, isn't it? So I might just ink this up a little bit. Like that. Okie dokie. I'll just ink it here. Okay. Oh, and one other thing actually, I do apologise for my not uploading a video at its normal time on, it would have been like overnight Sunday night to Monday, i.e. when I woke up this morning and looked, I realised I hadn't set my video to upload like overnight. So I must apologise for that. I don't really know how I missed it, to be honest, but because I've been quite busy, obviously, prepping my videos and things for the December, you know, Advent calendar series, it just got missed. And yeah, I really am so sorry. So I did then, obviously, as soon as I woke up, then, you know, quickly then upload a video. So yeah, I do apologise. You know, I just don't really like, you know, letting people down really. But anyway, I do apologise. So hopefully it was okay. It was like a few hours late in the end, but right, just having a look to see, because obviously on this one I just used one of my street names as a little closure, which I thought was really quite nice. So I'm just wondering whether I want to do something like that on this one as well. So let's just have a look. Oh, just having a quick look and seeing what I might fancy using. I'm going to look through my my little file folders. I wonder whether I've got a birdhouse that would look cute with the blues. Probably not. Not too bad. Not brilliant, but not too bad. Let's have a look. tinier or a smaller one. That's quite sweet. So I keep asking the kids, what do they want to do for Christmas this year? Do we want to have another family present? Because we so much, you know, enjoyed having that family present last year of the treehouse. You know, we had such a brilliant time. And yeah, so I keep saying to them, you know, what should we do? What should we do? You know, who's got some suggestions for the family present? Or, you know, do we even want to do a family present? And I don't think we can really decide, because we keep saying, although we absolutely loved, sorry for that noise, it was my file folder obviously scraping against the box as it was sliding back in. We had such a brilliant time. The problem is, obviously, with the, you know, current situation, is, you know, not a lot of things are even kind of open, or they may not be open even if they're open now. So you're kind of taking a bit of a chance by booking something that then further down the line, you know, might not actually be open. So yeah, we're kind of debating really whether to have a family present or not. So it's a shame really. But I mean, there's no point booking something, you know, booking something that then actually we're not going to be able to do. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I mean, I guess, you know, until they sort of do the vaccines and things like that, you know, which obviously they're still, I assume, sort of testing, really. You know, we just don't know, do we, what the situation holds. So, yeah, at the moment, it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, do we want to do a family present at all? Because it might just be a bit of a waste. You know, we might kind of book something that then just keeps on being closed down for the whole duration of the year. So I'm not sure that we're going to do a family present this year, to be honest. Which is such a shame, because, yeah, we did have such a good time last year. And, you know, we did kind of say, I mean, we could even do like a, you know, a tree house again, because we loved it so much. But even that, you know, who knows? It might not actually be open when it comes to it. Because, of course, you know, the situation might just dictate that it's, you know, it's got to be closed. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, to be honest. But, yeah, I said to my daughter she can write her Christmas list this week. And the boys. I mean, their list really consists of like one thing these days, you know, because my middle son, he would like a pair of trainers, which really are the entire Christmas budget, you know, his entire Christmas budget from Santa. So, yeah, if he gets his shoes, that would be his Christmas done and dusted in one present, really. I mean, maybe Santa would also bring him maybe some, like, I don't know, Lynx spray, or, you know, some of that man's kind of spray stuff, something like that. But yeah, there won't be kind of much else really that he'll be having. So yeah, he just needs to kind of decide. I mean, he's fine with that. He would rather have the shoes that he really wants than, you know, have other things that maybe he doesn't necessarily want so much. Right, I'm just having a look through here and deciding. Now, I'm currently working on, I mean, this sounds an awful combination, but kind of purple and blue journal. I'm having such a lovely time with it. So I've got like a pile of stuff sat to the side. I'm hoping I'm going to get it done in time for my Christmas advent calendar. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be honest, but yeah, and my eldest son, I'm not sure what he would like. I mean, initially he said, oh, don't worry about getting, you know, don't worry about asking Santa, sorry, to get me anything. Because obviously he's, you know, he works now and things. But I said, well, don't be silly, you know. Can't just not have anything, can you? So, yeah. I'm not quite sure what type of thing he would like. I mean, obviously he kind of can buy himself things as and when he wants them now. He ordered himself some clothes, in fact, at the weekend, but, you know. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that. Now, I'm wondering whether I want to actually distress ink that lace, because it looks quite bright, doesn't it? I'm thinking it just needs a little bit of toning, whoops, toning down. Oh, just another quick word, actually, about the posting. Now, I have been having constant problems with our post office, and I mean, not just through the lockdown, but, you know, constantly anyway. But even more so, obviously, since the lockdown. So, with regards to posting, they, you know, are constantly changing their hours or not open and things, you know, in the lockdown and things like that. So with regards to the posting, I haven't quite decided yet whether I'm better off trying to just post things like on the advent calendar, maybe like on a once a week basis. You know, I mean, yeah, I haven't quite decided, but it may be that that's what's going to be, you know, sort of the best thing. Because otherwise, you know, I'll just be kind of back and forth to the post office every 5 minutes, only to find that they're closed. Whereas at least if I'm just doing it in bulk, it's just one trip that I find they're closed and then I have to go again. So I'm not quite sure, but yeah. And obviously then the closer we get to Christmas, the obviously longer the postage will take. You know, from the postage end, if you see what I mean. Not from my end, but from the postage end. So yeah, I love that with that blue flower. Really, really pretty, isn't it? And then I think just going to tuck it into that number as the kind of closure. Looks quite pretty, doesn't it? So just tuck that like that. Okie dokie. Okay. Yeah, scrumptious colour blue. Right, let's just have that flower there. Just kind of finishes that off really pretty, doesn't it? Really, really nicely. And let's have some bling. I don't know really whether I'm going to need bling, to be fair, but because if I put it this side, I don't want to have it looking like it's got stuff everywhere. And I might find it a bit tight to actually squash some bling anywhere else, but ooh, where is my bling now? Because obviously to do the video, I just piled everything up from the journal that I'm working on. So the bling is obviously kind of in that pile now. Oh, in that pile that I now can't really see. So let me just pull in some other bling. Okay. And just as I went to the drawer, I then spotted my postage stamps and thought, oh, perhaps we might want a postage stamp as well. Oops, I've got some blue ones here. Not sure this will look quite right, to be fair. It probably would have looked fine under that flower, but now it's a little bit late, so I might not bother. I mean, I could put it on the back for if that's going to be a floating piece. Oh, let's do that. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing the back, but let's do that. So just ink around there like that, and then I think just put the stamp on there. Sorry about that, I just had to stop the video again because my husband came up. So right, I've got some sheet music here, and then I've got these little sort of French labels again that are also in my shop, and I just thought let's have that lovely blue one on here. Again, I've got a blue postage stamp. I know it's a bit of an overdose of blue, but I've also got a little bit of the sewing pattern paper, which I thought might look quite pretty on here. And I know this is really weird because the stamp does not go obviously in that corner, but for some reason I'm feeling the stamp down in that corner. So let's just pop the sheet music on. Like that. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay. And then this piece, which again, we could just put this on as a pocket. Just like that. Okie dokie. So I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving on Thursday as well. So yes. I couldn't obviously say Happy Thanksgiving in a video or anything because of course I film my videos ahead. So I didn't know obviously which video would go up on the day of Thanksgiving, but I hope that everyone had a nice time. I mean, we don't really celebrate Thanksgiving over here, but I know obviously it's a big celebration in the US. So yeah, I hope you all had a really nice time. Okay, so I'm wondering whether I should have a bit more lace on there as well, because now I've started obviously decorating this back. There's no stopping me now. Now it's just going to be like completely over decorated. But yeah, I think I'm going to pop this down first. So let's just pop this down here. Oops. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then the postage stamp. Okie dokie. Just pop her there. Like that. I mean, to be honest, she's pretty much covered up the entire sheet music. Kind of, you know, now I question, why did I bother? Why did I bother putting that there? Now, do I want to have any lace on there? I did quite like it to the side, strangely. Yeah, I think I quite like it across there. So I'm just going to just ink this bit of lace up, which is really annoying because it keeps folding over. So I can't actually get to this piece to ink it up. There we go. So I'm just going to glue this down at the side. Oops. Okie dokie. Have to glue it onto that sewing pattern paper as well. Like that. Okie dokie. Just trim that down there. Like that. Now, I mean, it looks really pretty from this side, but I'm not so sure that I like it overhanging here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is just cut that, you know, in line with the envelope, like that. Yeah, that looks better. Otherwise it was looking a little bit strange, poking out behind. And then, of course, could decorate this final piece here. So again, just did I ink this? I can't really remember whether I did ink it or I didn't, to be honest. Who knows? Who knows whether I did or I didn't. Again, just got some sheet music. You know, just the leftover, obviously, of the last piece, really. Oh, I've got a tab there for some reason, just floating around. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, I don't know now what to put on this bit. I mean, we could just have another number, or I wonder whether I could have a dictionary definition or something. I've actually got my new ones, my ones that I did as the freebie. So let me just grab those. Hold on, they're just behind me. Okay. And actually there's a couple here that are actually on, or they've got some blue around the edge, but I was going to take one of those, but actually I'm going to take Happiness, I think, which is actually predominantly black. Don't know why, but I just thought that would look quite striking against the blue. Might be wrong. Might be wrong and it looked rubbish, but let's have a look. Yeah, I quite like that against the blue. It's very striking. I just always think black is, you know, so dramatic, isn't it? It's, you know, hard not to like it because it just has this lifting kind of really big standout kind of impact, which I just really love. Okie doke. So just pop this down here. And we'll just pop the Happiness on there. So yeah, and again, if you want these and you haven't grabbed them, or you know you missed my video where I said about them, these are on my website. So shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk. They're on there for anyone who didn't grab those yet. So, and they're just some dictionary definitions with kind of friends and family kind of definitions. So you've got happiness and contentment and family, things like that. So if you want a little set of those, they're on there for you to help yourself. Right, okay, now I thought I had another little bit of lace, but looks like, oh, it must have been this piece, which was pathetically small. No point trying to make a use of that, is there? Just having a look. Right, yep, it will have to do because I can't see any other lace at the moment. So that's our little finished envelope. So we've got the closure here. Oops, did I glue the lace to the... Only just. So that's the little closure there. Just goes in behind the number. And then we've got the double envelope on there. So really cute, aren't they? Just gorgeous. So, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't put any bling after I pulled it in, so I just got totally distracted. I went off to get the bling, and then I think that might have been when my husband then came up and just totally forgot really what I was doing. So we could just have a bit of bling there. Oh, why not? Why not? Okay. There we go. A little bit of bling just on there. So they're really cute, aren't they? And yeah, I hope that you like them. I haven't really got a journal page that I can show you because the journal I'm working on is very, 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 very full. So I haven't really got a sort of blank page to be able to show you or anything. But I really hope that you like them. I think they're really super cute. And like I say, you could use them kind of glued in as a pocket, and then you'd have obviously the two envelope flaps, or you could obviously just have them as a little paper clipped in item, and again you've got then the two pockets. So yeah, I hope that you like them, and yeah, have fun if you decide to make some, and stay safe everyone. So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys soon. Thanks then, bye.